It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. In this video, we will discuss the current narrative around Bitcoin and its relationship to institutions. What follows is an analysis of Vanguard and the reasons behind their protracted ban on the ETF. I released an XRP, and now everyone is predicting that it will hit double digits. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Digital currency businesses BlackRock, hold on till you see this for XRP's fair worth. David Schwartz and Matt Hamilton will share their perspectives on the Ripple IPO and the ongoing repurchase. Sit back and relax, because we have some fascinating material to discuss. Why don't we hop into a Bitcoin? Almost $43,709, it has risen by 7.03% thus far. The price of Ethereum, which was $2,546 23 hours ago, has increased by 4.19%. XRP is primarily trading at 58 cents, representing a 3.6% decline. Awful, nothing beats waking up on a Saturday morning to hear that everything is down. As we look at USDC, it has recently gone higher. At the moment, DC is the best performer. Coming in at $1, it's up 3% as tethers remain at their $1 mark. A total of $1.69 trillion in negative cryptocurrency value. People adore lion prides. Please purchase these items immediately. Time is of the essence. Very few remain. Here we have done 3 separate releases of the MOPs, so you need to hold them up. It is imperative that you procure a MOPRIP NFT. The credit card is $165. XRP, step inside. Alright, everyone, buckle up for the big reveal. All I can say is that when Mickey B mentions flare, it's about the burn. He then proceeds to burn baby burn because, just so you know, there is a portion of the supply that is this flare that is not currently in circulation. Considering that some members of the XRP community have chosen to bring the rest of us down by instigating calls to burn Ripple's escrow, naively believing that this will cause the price of XRP to surge. And I'll tell you up front that it won't. There will be zero action from the escrow that is out of stock. There will be no immediate effect on the XRP market price from burning assets that have been cryptographically locked for 6 years and taken out of circulation. Things would change in this case. These tokens are locked up, so I can't do anything if they were in circulation and burned. On the other hand, deflationary pressure on an asset is precisely what it needs when assets that are actively freely usable are burned. What is the point of discussing this? We watch the story twist and turn again and again, and they just burnt through 132,600,000 Flare tokens. The escrow should be burned by Ripple. For some reason, this is going to lead to a price increase. It's not that those tokens don't need to be in circulation. They absolutely must. It's as if they were non-existent to begin with. Therefore, it will be ineffective to burn them. If Ripple doesn't release their tokens into the circulating supply, your goal, the deflation of assets in circulation, will be achieved. However, this strategy is dependent on Ripple not doing so. Because if they do, we'll enter an inflationary period, bad for deflation but excellent for the narrative at the moment. And because every story about Bitcoin ETF institutional demand has failed, we'll be left wondering what they'll do next. Yeah, he's absolutely correct. It was a story that everyone knew. Once the exchange-traded funds, ETFs, arrive and the institutional demand kicks in on day one, we will experience a meteoric rise in price. Whatever happened to the first video that I showed you today? The stock prices of MicroStrategy's Coinbase have dropped by more than 20%. Although institutional demand and funding are not yet present, they will be. What will happen when money enters the space? Well, it was first things first. Vanguard and Bogle have changed over the years. Why else would John C. Bogle block Bitcoin ETFs? We're going to pray in 2 separate spots in Beijing that we've never been to before. Bitcoin was not to Bogle's liking. Like stocks and bonds, Bitcoin was something he wanted to stay away from like the plague. It's more than simply the cost. A commodity like Bitcoin is only worth what someone else is willing to pay for it, much like a bond. For his Bloss philosophical reasoning, I am not shocked that Vanguard is doing that. Presenting to you this purchase a book on Vanguard and Bogle and has worked extensively with them for the last 2 years. This is expected. Although Bogle has deep roots at Vanguard, the two firms have diverged over the years due to Bogle's forays into private equity and other areas. Nothing Bogle does ever involves that. Bitcoin, though, was not to Bogle's liking. I think I made myself clear when I said he specifically said to stay away from Bitcoin. And the rationale behind it is this: just like stocks, bonds allow your money to work for you. When individuals work hard and produce value, it is passed on to you in the form of cash flow. This is something that coiners and those in this business really need to grasp. It's more than simply the cost. Commodities like Bitcoin are only worth as much as someone else is willing to pay for them, just like bonds with a coupon. Furthermore, Bogle had a general distaste for commodities. Therefore, it is impartial. In fact, I do believe that Bogle's populism is congruent with some of the Bitcoin spirit of the general public. Some of them are similar. Apparently, there is a lot of overlap between Bogle's dislike of Wall Street fat cats and the current situation. However, he had reservations about it as an investment due to its commodity status. Therefore, the philosophical motivations behind Vanguard's actions do not surprise me. All the others. I won't call these platforms pay-to-play, but they're similar to the aisle space in a grocery store. Well, I'm not going to sell your salad dressing in the grocery store, they said. On the first day, definitely not. And what exactly are you planning to offer me? And such is the operation of the wire homes. Therefore, on the first day, no ETF is listed. It's not out of the ordinary. Those are some really thought-provoking remarks. By the way, I recently ditched this thing, and this is a poll I made using XRP. With 112 vote. Take a look at it. It's been a few minutes since someone left the room. Price of XRP ETF Wilson might reach double digits. We seem to be in a bit of a bind, don't you think? It has received 112 votes thus far. 50.9%. See 49.1 for the affirmative. Pay attention, I've been predicting that XRP might reach double digits this year. That is before delving into the story surrounding an ETF. In my opinion, XRP will skyrocket if large institutions start investing in the industry. Getting it to double digits won't require an ETF, in my opinion. Is there any other cryptocurrency company that might go public this year? This is a fascinating article. We recently learned of Circle's plans to go public. There are a number of companies speculating that additional cryptocurrency companies may begin going public this year. This essay piques my attention. Their plan was to break in here. Lots of crypto firms, including Tresor, are rumored to be planning to go public this year, just because crypto is going through a bull run and everyone is going crazy about it. He sees value, has a theory, and the ETF people are all coming now. So BlackRock CEO Larry Fink is going to sponsor an Ethereum exchange-traded fund, ETF. Thanks to Bitcoin, we laid the groundwork for what is now known as the ETF approval process. I mean, it's really basic these days. You can get a FRESH document with approval waiting for you by taking the Bitcoin paperwork, using Ctrl+F to search or replace the word Bitcoin with Ethereum, and then submitting it. Indeed, it is same. In order to create an XRP-ETF, you need to use the Ctrl+F replace all function. Find the word Bitcoin or Ethereum and replace it with XRP. Institutional investment in cryptocurrency will begin with exchange-traded funds, ETFs. This is quite straightforward. Fascinating discussion going on here regarding Ripple. According to the CTO, the Ripple enormous buyback is being driven by a lack of liquidity. You can find the entire discussion thread here. Since Ripple doesn't require cash, it would be counterproductive for the company to undertake an initial public offering, IPO, as Matt Hamilton pointed out. Ripple is self-sufficient. It is often the purpose of an initial public offering, IPO. A liquid market does not exist. Like public markets, the one for privately held company stock is notoriously thin. It is a remarkable thread, according to David Schwartz. Please review this before completing checkout so that we can determine the fair value of XRP. Keep in mind that this is a spectrum. Assuming I am familiar with ranges. Within this spectrum, the FLAW fair value ranges from $9.81 to $513 million. Valhill Capital, Jamie Valley's little group, has set a price range for XRP. Range, I'm at a loss for words. As far as I can tell, it's a spectrum that will accommodate whatever price point that XRP might reach. Surely they are correct. Where exactly do we land on that spectrum regarding the speech about it? Feel free to peruse Crypto Basic on your own, but before that, we have something going out this morning. Crypto.com. I agree, absolutely. I was accurate in what I said. There was a crazy XRP price malfunction on Crypto.com, a 43,000 XRP, totally bonkers. To be honest, with other cryptocurrencies, you don't have price fluctuations like this. In contrast, XRP just keeps having problems. Over 43,000. I can tell you with absolute certainty that it is within the range of Jimmy Valley's 13th thought still, that's 43,005 everyone, number 13 was still at Bob's range. Today, it was everywhere. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.